that is a welcome relief. Millions of dollars of work is planned for the Red River, and President Donald Trump's recent tweets about the Justice Department have upset some members of his own party. Those are just a couple of topics that we're covering today with Louisiana Senator John Kennedy, who's in our studio with us right now. U.S. Senator John Kennedy, thank you so much for joining us. Let's talk about some money from the Army Corps of Engineers that you've been working to appropriate to benefit our area. How will it benefit the Red River?
I sit on the Appropriations Committee in the United States Senate. I'm the only member of our delegation, House or Senate, that sits on the Appropriations Committee. So I try to take in all the requests from all of my colleagues. We appropriate money for the Corps of Engineers. The Corps of Engineers has a budget this year for $600 million for Louisiana. We're going to spend about $50 million on the Red River waterway.
Good. Hugely
important to the public safety of our people here in Northwest Louisiana and to economic development. Maritime commerce is a big part of Louisiana. The Red River waterway, or the J. Bennett Johnston waterway, as we sometimes call it, creates a lot of jobs for Louisiana. It's also important for flood control. And my job is to get Louisiana's fair share, and I think we did pretty well this year.
All right, and I believe it's going to also benefit Caddo Lake and Wallace Lake, too.
Absolutely.
Also, you recently made some comments on CBS News, Face the Nation, about the tweets that President Trump made about the Justice Department, and you said he should be careful about the comments on social media. What are some of your concerns, especially with Roger Stone's sentencing today?
Bill Barr is our Attorney General. And he's doing a great job. But unfortunately, some of my Democratic friends, because he works for President Trump, want him not to do a good job. And they have been asking that he resign. They say that he's not independent because of some tweets that President Trump sent out. President Trump tweeted about the Roger Stone case. He has the right to tweet about the Roger Stone case. But Bill Barr's job is to make sure that justice is done, whether you're a Democrat, a Republican, an independent. Mr. Stone was sentenced today. I think he received about 3.5 years.
Do you think President Trump is going to pardon him? That's been a big topic.
I do not know. I do not know.
Do you think he should?
I don't know. I really don't. I don't have an opinion on it. Did Mr. Stone break the law? Yes, he did. I've reviewed the transcript. Did he deserve 9 years in prison for doing it? Not in my opinion. He ended up getting sentenced about 3.5 years. The president weighed in on his opinion, and he was entitled to. But it did put Bill Barr in an awkward spot because Bill has got to be fair to everybody. And some of my Democratic friends in Washington who are driven by partisan rage, they're very consistent. Whatever President Trump wants, they want the opposite. It caused some political turmoil that wasn't healthy for our country.
So the last time we spoke and I interviewed here at the station, I think we were in the midst of the impeachment process. Since then, we do know that President Donald Trump has been impeached. He was not removed. Is this going to put a black eye on his presidency, you think?
Not in my opinion. It was a purely partisan impeachment. It was driven by Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who determined from the very beginning that she was going to give the president a fair and impartial firing squad. Her judicial philosophy was guilty. The president didn't do anything wrong. The Senate acquitted him, and I think the whole thing was political, was to try to hurt him in his reelection.
Do you think he will be reelected?
I do.
All right, let's go to some lighter news here. I did not know that you worked as a substitute. You do that here in Louisiana at least 3 or 4 times a year. And that's one reason that you advocate for teacher pay raises.
Well, I've been a volunteer substitute teacher since 2002. I can't pretend to understand what it's like to be a teacher, but I've had a little taste. Governor Edwards promised the teachers a pay raise when he was running for re-election. And recently has announced that he's not going to do it. My feeling is that people with good intentions make promises. people with good character keep those promises.
And that can still happen, though. Those pay raises
If the
can still
legislature
happen.
does it, yes. But I think I would respectfully ask the governor to change his mind and to keep his campaign promise to our teachers. They're underpaid.
All right, U.S. Senator John Kennedy, thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Back in a moment.